A lot of times we learn as high school seniors and also as teenagers that we can or can't do things from our parents or our friends or other people in the community. And a lot of times as teenagers we tend to think to ourselves that we can't. We can't learn how to do things that other people are doing, and more importantly, a lot of times teenagers think that they can't go to college. Perhaps a parent or both parents haven't been to college. Perhaps their parents' own college experience was a lot different than the college experience of today. But for some reason, a lot of teenagers do tend to feel as if college is just outside of their reach. Well, my guests today on Communication Corner are two women who have turned the belief of I can't into you can, as in you can go to college. And these two ladies have started a foundation named just that, and it's the You Can Go to College Committee. And they are Dorita Clark and Shirley Dye. Good afternoon, ladies.
Good afternoon. Thanks for having us.
Thanks so much for joining me on Communication Corner. The name of your organization, You Can Go to College Committee. How did that come about?
Well, we wanted our children, as we were facing children who, as you said, felt that they couldn't go to college, and we were determined to encourage them that they can. And with all the effort and help, and we were definitely there to support them, they can go to college.
Yeah.
And that's what has happened.
And it's been over 24 years. And, yeah, and a lot of kids have learned they can go to college through your organization.
Yes.
Yes, and we've, between the college tours and the program itself, we have the numbers of at least 5,000 kids.
Wow.
All across the country attending various colleges and universities. And we really want to thank the parents, because during our college tours, we allow them to come on the tour so that they can see for themselves, you know, various aspects of coming and going into college and college life.
Yeah, an experience of college life, so important, especially like we said, if your parents or your guardians have not been to college or didn't have that type of experience. So let's take a few steps back. The You Can Go to College Committee encourages high schoolers, 9th through 12th graders, to the fact that they can indeed go to college.
Yes.
And so how do you do that?
Well, we do that through workshops, SAT, ACT prep,
Very important.
college prep, and as Ms. Clark said, college tours.
Yeah.
So, pardon me, in doing that, we also know that it's very important that they have community service hours.
Yes.
And that they learn how important it is to give back. And for those students who says, oh yes, I want to be a nurse, I want to be a doctor, but haven't had any exposure to that prior to going to college, we try to place them in places where that can happen.
Where they can get that real hands-on.
That hands-on learning and really understand that this is what they want to pursue. It will save time as well as money.
Yeah.
And as we first started, we started with 11th through 12th graders. And then we saw the need to invite the lower grades to come in, because it was so important that they pick up on the SAT at an earlier grade, which we started with the 9th through 12th. At first, as I stated, we started with the 11th and 12th graders.
The older high schoolers.
Yeah, you know, but then we learned that they were still lacking. A lot of times they came to us with very low GPA.
Yeah. And by the 11th or 12th grade, it's kind of too late. Yeah.
Well, we still are faced with the fact, and it's very unfortunate, that at 12th grade, students are just taking the SAT for the first time.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's a lot of individual prep and encouragement there that we have to give them. And we've seen a remarkable turnaround where their GPAs jumped and their SATs came up, and they worked very hard because they wanted to go to
To
college.
really go to college.
Because
yeah.
they got a little taste.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
sometimes
Yes.
that's all it takes.
Yes.
A trip someplace to show people what it's really like.
And then the graduates would come back during the winter break and talk to them of their college experience, and they like, I want that too.
Yeah, of course.
Of course, you know.
Yeah, look at how great they have it.
Yes.
I want that too. All of
Yes.
a sudden, it lights a fire,
Definitely,
and it's a whole new student.
yes.
So, back in 1994, how did this all come about?
Well, I was just elected as state committee woman for the 29th Assembly District. And Sister Shirley, her sons, and our families were really very familiar with each other, and God.
So your kids knew each
Yeah.
other, and
The kids really knew each other first.
Yeah.
And her sons attended Shore University, and they used to tell all the kids all the great things that were going on there, and some of the I think the admissions process
right. So the do's and the don'ts. Of,
and the do's and the
Yeah.
don'ts, coming. So Sister Shirley, when we noticed that a lot of the students were missing credits in high school,
right.
and they weren't allowed to walk down.
They weren't allowed to graduate with their
Yes.
class or to
Right.
walk in the ceremony.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Right.
they went to the prom and all the other expenses that you occur when you're in the
When you're a senior.
senior. And I had to call Sister Shirley, and I said, I'm getting a lot of calls from parents and students.
in your capacity as a state
A
committee
state
woman.
committee woman, because people weren't kind of sure what that was, but
Right.
they knew I was elected to the community. So I began calling Sister Shirley for answers. There was such a big transition for the students on the educational level.
Right.
Yeah.
And she was always in touch with Albany.
Uh-huh.
I mean, just like every day,
Yeah.
Albany, different other colleges, and students, and working with the students in school where I was teaching, and making sure that they're being on top of what they're supposed to do.
To prep the kids so
to
that they
prep
can
the
take the
stu-
next
yes.
step to go to college.
Yes.
Yeah.
And as she was saying, the students themselves was like, we want to go away to college.
Yeah.
My guidance counselor is saying I need this, or I don't know what to do.
Right. And at that point they're lacking maybe
Yes,
gym credit
credits
or an
or-
English credit.
Exactly. So we said, well, go back and tell your guidance counselor this, this, and this, and we're checking on this. And then some people are saying, well, my student can't graduate because they didn't do a thesis,
Right.
or they didn't do a project. And what is that about, and how you go about doing that?
Yeah.
So we had to work with them on getting that done, because you must follow the law in order to graduate.
Yeah. They won't let you walk unless you've got all your ducks in a
Regents
row.
are up, and now we're working very diligently, encouraging the parents and the students, you must study, get those regent scores on the state level that you need to have them on. So we won't have this problem by the time you're in 12th grade,
Yeah.
So that's important by starting at 9th grade, and that's another reason we began again at 9th grade.
At the ninth
Right, that you
grade.
pushed it back to 9th grade, so it's 9, 10, 11, and 12th grades.
Yeah,
Yes.
but we're also inviting some 8th graders to go on the
Really?
college tour, a must.
Wow.
And it's helping a great deal. Yes, for
You're
them to
getting
be
them
college.
excited,
Yes.
really, about college in the 8th grade,
Yes.
which is huge. So you've got 4 years of high school to think about this college experience that you want to have,
Yes.
so that you'll really apply yourself in 9th through 12th grade. Oh, that's a great idea, ladies.
Yeah, and then
it's
the 8th graders too will have chosen a career
Yeah.
and have time to do research on it, so they're more career ready. So that helps.
And Dorita, your kids as well. So they got excited by these stories
Yes.
of going away to college. And so your kids also kind of encouraged you to put this program together along with Sister Shirley.
Along with Sister Shirley. I mean, I love her. She was so tolerant. We called her every day, at
For
least
that
6
advice, yeah.
for the advice. I mean, because I was getting calls, at least 20, 30 calls a day.
And
You know,
these are
from
local parents who are calling
Yeah,
you.
yes,
Yeah, from Jamaica
yes.
Queens, the greater Jamaica Queens
different
area.
churches and
and
different things.
churches and you know
It's an interfaith
students.
group. Yeah,
So
we get them all
we
over.
were blessed enough to have Sister Shirley to really give that information. So we said, you know what? Let's put this together. Let's design something where the students would take, excuse me, take a part in not only the tours, but they have to know that the SATs and ACTs are very important. This governs the money
Yeah.
for scholarships.
Yeah.
And the SAT, of course, is the exam that high schoolers usually take around the 11th grade.
Yes, well, naturally, we want them to start. I always encourage them to take at least one test in the 9th grade.
Right.
And then you know where you stand, what your weaknesses are, and we can build upon those weaknesses and strength. And then you see their math scores increase for the regents and et cetera.
Because they're
Yes, they're
studying for
studying.
that SAT
Exactly.
test as early as the 9th grade.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
And also in the 9th grade, it gives you enough time to get over that test fear, that test
Yes.
anxiety.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, they know what is expected of them when they sit down for the test.
And even just learning about all of the stamina it takes to sit down for hours and take an exam. If you start
Yeah.
early, you get
Yeah.
mentally prepared for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know the SATs is changing a little bit this year.
Yes.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit more about that.
Well, they're going to change some of the math questions in English, and then more critical thinking and writing concepts. Well, you know, the college, you hear the term that a lot of children are not college ready
Right. Yes.
for the writing and the reading and et cetera, and therefore they need remedial when they go to college.
Yeah.
So we want to eliminate that as
Giving
much
them
as
what
possible.
they need now in high school so they're really ready
Yes.
to take the bull by the horns when they get to
Yes.
college.
Yes, and the SATs give you, the ACTs give you a clear version of how college ready you are. Yes.
So one large component of the You Can Go to College Committee program is the college tour. So Dorita, tell me about what that is.
Well, we've been able to change the mindset of a lot of our young people by just going and taking them, showing them what the college life is about. What college life is about. At the various schools that we visit, we have students there.
Okay, so you have students who've been through the You
Our
Can Go to College program, and they're already in college, and they're greeting you when you're bringing
Yes.
9th through 12th graders to visit the
To
schools.
visit the schools,
Yes.
and
Wow.
they turn out to be the ambassadors. You know, surprising us. You know, because to become an ambassador, you have to have a certain GPA
Yeah.
to
Good
maintain. You know, through the schools, so that you can focus on showing the schools.
In its best light, I guess.
Yes,
Yeah.
most definitely.
Yeah.
And I think of the college tour experience in two different components. First, the local colleges that you go to, and then second, the big tour that you guys take during spring break. So let's start with the local colleges. How do you do that?
Basically the same way. We're set up appointments with the various colleges, and we encourage a lot of the children with college prep courses that are on the various colleges to participate in them. So we get a walk and a feel of college life,
Yeah.
and that's important because the students and the parents want to know what is college life. And it gives the parents an incentive because there are some parents who are like very fearful of sending their children away.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so by going on the college tour, they have a comparison and they can see it is safe for my child to go away. My child will mature better and be able to handle things, and that's what they want.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
And the schools also have them apply to the SUNY and CUNY schools anyway,
Right.
so that to give them the opportunity to take a look.
yeah, so that they get a good idea of where they want to go, either a local school, a state school, a city school,
Yes.
or if they want to go to a historically black college.
Yes.
Correct.
Yeah. So the week-long tour that you guys take during spring break, this, I think, was kismet. I love this idea. Tell us about the spring break college tour.
Let's start with Sister Shirley.
Well, it's very exciting.
Yeah.
They are the seniors. As I said, they know how to dress, and they love getting all dressed up with their portfolios and going on to the cool. When we first arrive at Lincoln University, I usually tell them this is your try-on period,
Right.
because they're going to question them and see what to do and not to do. And they take them while the other students are on the tour. They're in the admissions office going through the process. And when they finish, then they are able to go out there. So you're sitting down with a college counselor for the first time, and you must know what questions to ask them and how to answer their questions. Because if you don't, that's a real mark against whether you're getting in or not.
Yeah.
So they're anxious about that. They're eager, very nervous. And you see the parents as nervous.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yes.
Yeah.
And when they come out and say, I'm in, I'm accepted, I'm there, wow, I can't believe this. And they're calling all family and friends.
Yeah, it's exciting.
Yes.
And she's,
Yes.
her bus components are the 12th graders.
So you
And their
are on the
parent.
bus with the 12th graders.
12th
Yes, and
graders,
their
and I have
parents.
the 9th through 11th graders.
Okay, so when, and just to, I guess, give everyone at home a little bit of background. So during spring break week in the spring, you guys take about 100, would you say?
Yes.
9th through 12th graders?
Yes.
And their parents on a bus tour to historically black colleges,
Yeah.
basically from New York down south and back.
Yeah,
Correct.
all the
And
way
then-
through to Atlanta.
Oh my God, all the way to Atlanta and then back to
And
New
then
York.
back.
Wow. And about how many colleges did you touch last year on the
It's
tour?
about
13.
13
13.
to 14.
In
Yeah.
5 days.
Yes.
In 5 days.
Amazing, ladies.
Amazing.
And so what really intrigues me is the 12th grade process. They get off the bus, they go to admissions.
Yes, so when they get off the bus, they know all eyes is on them.
Yes,
So
they are.
they are fully prepared, dressing for success, able to ask questions, get information, and be at ease in doing so a little bit. So say, for instance, if Lincoln is your second choice,
Right.
well, you've gotten prep period for your second choice. And it lowers their anticipation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so by the time they come out of the admissions office, they know yay or nay whether or not they've been accepted.
Yes.
Correct. And once we determine if they're in or out, I make the announcement on my bus, and everyone's cheering and congratulating the students. And especially once we get off the bus, they it's like unbelievable.
I can't
The
imagine these
crying.
The crying, the parents. And we had one parent, we were at Clark, Atlanta, and she was a nurse. I believe she was a supervising nurse, which she could afford, for her daughter to go. Well, that day, her daughter received a full scholarship,
Wow.
Yes.
and she did a praise dance around the auditorium.
yeah.
With there was schools visiting from Ohio, Washington D.C., and then
California.
California, and there we were. And when they announced that it was just so.
That is a gift.
Yes.
Really.
It's a gift.
Yes.
Amazing.
The mother called the father and says, "We're buying a house here," and they did.
They did.
And they ended up buying a house in Georgia and coming back and forth to New York.
Oh, that is
Yeah,
wonderful. That's such a
trying.
great story.
Yes.
Oh, my
It was such a
goodness.
blessing. So, and that was my first time seeing a praise dance in the auditorium
Yeah.
of a school, you know.
Yeah, well, a full scholarship to college is worth a praise dance.
Yes,
at least.
it is.
Well, we've had a few in admissions by the fact that the child were accepted to faint.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
Yes, just
Yeah,
unbelievable,
way.
overjoyed.
he just
Overjoyed. Yes. So it's a joyous occasion to see that happen, you know,
And
for
it's really
them.
a testament to all the good work that you guys do between 9th and 12th grade.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, I
thank you.
think a lot of the students come to us thinking they can't attend a 4-year school.
Right.
Get into college,
You
period.
know,
Yeah.
getting into school.
It just seems like such a faraway idea
yeah,
to a lot of
yeah,
students.
to a lot of students. I don't know if they were told that or
Well, society tells
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
all the
you know,
time.
yeah.
Yeah.
It gives us those subliminal messages that we aren't good enough to go to college.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
what happens.
And one year we had, normally we have a lot of girls that come on the tour. You know, the girls will be fine. But this year we had about 50 guys.
Wow.
That
Young men.
young men who came on the tour. And at every stop, we were asked to stand up because the counselors were so impressed that the young men from New York were there on the tour to visit their school.
Amazing.
It was such a tearful, you know, because I guess they don't really see that a lot. They see more the young ladies compared to our young men.
Yeah. And
And
the
we-
media portrays 50 young black men
Dressed.
dressed
properly.
nicely. You don't
Yes.
Yeah.
see that in the media,
No.
you know, unless they're going to
No.
court.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's a
Exactly.
powerful image.
It was
Yeah,
so
we've been
powerful.
stopped on campuses, you know, said, how did you get them to be dressed like this for success? It was amazing. Can we take a picture with them?
Yeah.
You know,
It's picture worthy.
yes, yes.
How do you get them to dress for success? Give the parents some
Well,
good
in our
advice.
workshops, we have every other week or at least once a month parent and student workshops. And
Together.
we try to cover everything, everything. How important it is what you're saying when you make a statement out there, and your first impression is your lasting impression. So you must be. We've had to. I don't want to.
Yeah, yeah.
And then.
Imagine the pushback. Yeah.
Oh, and then after, you know, you give them a tight hug, you know, look, I love you, and you're going to do this.
I'm doing this because I love you.
You're all our godchildren.
Yeah, so they, oh, no, that word we can't have. So they turn around, and it's marvelous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
And Dorvita, tell me, when you're on the bus with the 9th through 11th graders, we know what the 12th graders are doing. They are working and getting in. What are the 9th through 11th graders doing?
Well, they're anticipating trying to decide what school that they liked and enjoyed, because normally what we do is we have breakfast or dinner at the various schools, so they get a chance to taste some of the college meals. They get a
real
chance
campus life.
the real
Yes.
campus
Cafeteria
life.
food.
And the activities from some of the sororities and fraternities. They
nice.
do wonderful stomp dances and just
Stepping,
stepping and entertaining them. And they get a chance to write down the school that they enjoyed the most. And I usually have like a little contest. Just from the information that they received at the school.
Right.
I see if they're paying attention. So I get a chance to challenge
Their knowledge. Yeah.
of what did you just hear, and what year was this school established.
Good.
And
Follow-up questions.
yeah, follow up. And they seem to enjoy that. You know, I'll give them a little extra something while we were on the tour, or one of our shirts, T-shirts, or you know, extra meal or something. You
okay.
know,
Just to kind of show that they were listening.
yes,
and,
they were listening.
They're
And
interested and engaged.
I was surprised that most of the students raised their hand.
Beautiful.
You know, to answer my questions about the schools, because we've been on the tour with these schools. I mean, they really give our students a chance.
Yeah.
They are able to, if Sister Shirley said, listen, can we do this particular program with them? And they accept our challenge,
Great.
you know, of helping the students.
This was the program from this year's
Yes.
program. When is next year's big event,
Or
or the next big event?
Because our program is from September to June, which is very, very important that we prep them from September to June.
Straight through the whole
It's
year.
not 6 weeks or 8 weeks program. This is a whole year program. So they have a chance to kind of challenge the SAT, come back, see what they were lacking in, and go and take it again.
Great.
Because we suggest that they take it more than once.
Great. And when is the next moving up ceremony?
Well,
That'll be next year.
It'll be next year.
In June.
The tour will be this year in April of
Okay.
2016.
April of 2016.
And to start off the program, we take the students in September
To to local schools.
to local schools, and we're also going to the Big E. It's a really wonderful experience for them.
Okay.
And
Thank
then we
you,
start the
ladies.
registration.
And your website, www.youcangotocollege.net.
Yes.
So for more information about what Dorita and Sister Shirley are doing, please go to youcangotocollege.net and find more information about them there. Thank you, ladies, for
Thank
joining
you.
me on Communication Corner. It has been Dorita Clark and Shirley Dye on with me today. For more information about them, go to their website, youcangotocollege.net. And of course, as always, for more information about me, Gail Lewis, hit me up on my website, www.gail-lewis.com. Find me there, email me, and we'll chat. So for everyone here at Communication Corner, thank you to the ladies from You Can Go to College
Thank
Committee.
you.
And thank you everyone for watching. It's been a great evening. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you again here on Communication Corner real soon. Good night.
Good night.
Thank you. It's a pleasure.